You know that cleaving, sick feeling when anxiety arrives. Heart quickens, thoughts scatter, your hands go light and useless, and the thing you need to do becomes fogged and impossible. That moment feels like a trap. Energy is there, but it's pointed in every direction except the one that matters. What if you could take that same energy and, in exactly 60 seconds, funnel it into sharp, useful focus instead of letting it consume you? That's the promise of this video. A single, repeatable 60-second routine that converts anxiety into actionable attention. No complicated rituals, no long breathing courses. One simple funnel you can run anywhere. At your desk, before a call, in the middle of a panic wave. And it works because it hacks 3 biological levers at once: breath, posture, and a micro task. I'll explain the why in plain terms, show the exact steps, and give practical variations so you can use this the next time you feel yourself fracturing. First, the frame. Think of your nervous system as a river. Anxiety floods water everywhere. Focus is a pipe that delivers the water to the turbine that actually does the work. The 60-second funnel is a way to suddenly narrow the river into that pipe. We do this by tightening the body's signals that tell the brain now is the time to act, and by giving the prefrontal cortex a tiny, immediate job that's guaranteed to succeed. The routine is 3 parts, always in the same order. Anchor breath, 20 seconds. Posture pivot, 10 seconds. Micro task prime, 30 seconds. Do them in sequence and feel the change. Now the science in one short map so the method stops feeling like magic. Fast, controlled breathing reduces sympathetic arousal and engages vagal tone. That's the physiological channel that calms the body and frees up the prefrontal cortex to make decisions. Changing posture and adding intent shifts proprioceptive input and orients attention out of the spiral of thoughts and into the body. This triggers a quick rebalancing between the limbic system and the cortex. Finally, doing a tiny perceptible task, one that finishes in under 30 seconds, trains your brain's reward system to reallocate resources. You get a success signal. Dopamine nudges the network that supports focused effort, and inertia breaks. Put together, these 3 changes rewire the immediate state from threat scattered to resource directed. Here's the exact script to follow the first time you try it. Find a quiet spot or simply stop where you are. Begin anchor breath. Inhale through the nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, exhale through the mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this cycle 3 times, about 20 seconds. Keep your exhale slightly longer than your inhale. That's the key. It signals safety to the brain. Do not try to control your thoughts during this. Let them be noisy. The breath is the leash. Next, posture pivot. After the 3rd exhale, sit or stand with your feet planted shoulder width. Lean your torso slightly forward, as if you're about to start walking. Relax your shoulders down and back, and press your fingertips together in front of your chest like a small steeple. 10 seconds. This position tells your nervous system you are preparing for action, not for escape. The forward orientation moves blood toward your head and primes the motor cortex. Finally, micro task prime. Pick one exact visible next action you can finish in 30 seconds or less and do it now. Examples: open a blank document and type the single sentence. Step 1. Delete 5 old files, write the subject line for an email and send it. Set a 25-minute timer and hit start. Close the browser tab, that's the biggest distraction. The rule: it must be simple, concrete, and finishable. Do that task for the remaining 30 seconds, then stop and observe the shift. That's the whole funnel. Why these numbers? 20 seconds of cyclical breathing is long enough to change heart rate variability and produce vagal tone for most people. 10 seconds of posture change is enough to alter proprioceptive input. 30 seconds gives your brain time to complete a micro-action and register success. Combined, they stay inside a single minute, short enough to use dozens of times per day. Now some realistic coaching on how to use it and where people trip up. If you try the routine and your thoughts are racing faster, don't fight them. Keep breathing. If the posture feels awkward, simplify to standing tall with hands on your hips. Any distinct intentional stance works. For the micro-task, avoid anything that requires creativity under pressure. Choose something mechanical and finishable. The goal is the success signal, not the content of the task. Use cases. Before a video call when your heart races, when anxiety hits in the middle of a work session, before you open a message that might be emotionally charged, when you're about to overlearn something and your mind wants to avoid it. You can also use a variant to prime study sessions. After the funnel, set a 25-minute timer, Pomodoro, and commit to a single, measurable objective for that block. The immediate clarity you gain will often turn 15 minutes of scattered work into a productive hour. Important: this is not a cure for chronic anxiety disorders. It's a state switch for ordinary performance anxiety and transient panic. If anxiety is persistent or debilitating, combine this with evidence-based therapy and medical guidance. That said, for everyday high-stakes moments, presentations, tests, difficult conversations, the funnel is a reliable on-ramp. To make the change durable, we turn the technique into a habit loop. Use the funnel every morning as a 60-second warm-up before your first deep work block. That small repetition builds a context cue. Your body learns that the breath posture microtask sequence predicts focused work. After a week of consistent practice, you'll find your baseline reactivity slightly lower. The muscles of focus have been exercised. Here are 3 concrete examples so you can visualize the routine in action. Example 1, pre-meeting 1. Breath cycle 3 times at your desk. 2. Stand, plant feet, lean forward, hands on keyboard as if typing. 3. Type a 1-line agenda for the meeting and send it to yourself. Walk into the call calm and ready. Example 2, mid-panic at home. 1. Breathe in your chair for 3 cycles. 2. Place your palms flat on the table, press gently. 3. Write down the very next small step toward the problem on a sticky note and stick it on your monitor. Example 3. Before studying 1. Anchor breath. 2. Sit tall, tilt slightly forward. 3. Open your textbook. Write the exact learning objective for the next Pomodoro and start the timer. Each example obeys the one-action rule. The routine is a single pattern repeated, not a messy menu of options. Now some sharpening hacks to scale results. First, predefine 3 micro-tasks you accept in any situation. A send task, a start task, and a clean task. So decision fatigue doesn't slow you down when anxiety hits. Second, if you want a longer calm window, follow the 60-second funnel with a 2-minute diaphragmatic breathing while working. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8, which sustains vagal tone. Third, for public speaking, practice the funnel before you walk on stage and add a 5-second vocal hum after the microtask to steady the voice. Measure progress with short experiments. Try a 7-day test where you use the funnel whenever you notice your focus falling apart. Record 1 simple metric each day: minutes of uninterrupted focused work, Pomodoro blocks completed, or number of stressful moments where you applied the funnel and it helped. You will be surprised how quickly the brain learns to prefer the organized channel. Warnings and limitations: the funnel works by redirecting energy, not by eliminating it. Some problems require planning, not focus. Use the funnel to buy a clear first step, then plan from there. Also, don't overload the micro-task with emotional significance. The reward comes from completion, not drama. Finally, be patient. The first time you try it, it may feel mechanical. That's good. Mechanics drive consistency. Over time, the mechanics become the habit beneath decisions. Closing. Anxiety is energy. It can be your fuel or your fire. The 60-second funnel gives you a reliable valve to redirect that energy into focused action with almost no downtime. Right after this video, do it now. Breathe for 20 seconds, change posture for 10, finish a 30-second microtask. Notice how you feel. If it works, and it will often, make a tiny note in your phone and try it again the next time anxiety arrives. The smallest, simplest routines win because they're repeatable. This is the simplest one I know that consistently turns scattered stress into usable focus. If this helped you, try it for 7 days and tell me in the comments what your single most useful microtask was. I'll read a few and feature them in the next video. Now breathe, pivot, act, 60 seconds to a clearer head.